back to another video. I just wanted to pop on and talk about Kindles and what is on my Kindle. I've recently gave it, actually this morning I gave it a little clean up because I do try and use my Kindle a lot because I'm subscribed to Kindle Unlimited, and I try to read physical book, Kindle, and go back and forth. But last month just didn't happen that way, so I really want to read a lot of my books that are on my Kindle. So hope you like the case. It's Starry Starry Night by Vincent van Gogh. So yeah, I really like it, and you can open it up like a book. I do have another spare cover which stands up and it's got flowers on, but it's upstairs, and I do swap them over now and again. But yeah, it opens up like a book, and if you get it going, because I've just charged it because I haven't used it for about a month and a half, and here's my little library. So I've got about 11 books on there, all from Kindle Unlimited, a lovely mixture. The first book on there is Baker and Magic. Now this is going to take a while for them to open. Baker and Magic, and let's go to the cover so you can see the cover. It's this one, a little cozy fantasy, and this is by J Penner, and this book is about this book. It's slowing down. A human, a dwarf and an elf walk into a bake-off. So it's a bit like the British Bake-Off if you live in Britain, or it does get aired in America, I believe. In the heart of Adanshire, where elfish enchantments and dwarves' delights rule, Arletha Starstone, a human confectionist, works twice as hard perfecting her unique blend of bacon and herbs. So when an orc neighbour secretly enters her creation into the precarious 11 baking battle, Arletta faces dilemma. Being magicless, her participation in the competition could draw more scowls than smiles, and if Artella wants to prove her talent and establish her culinary reputation, this human will need more than just her pastry crafts to sweeten the odds. She has set off on a journey of mouth-watering pastries, self-discovery, heartwarming friendships and romance, while questioning whether winning the bake battle is a true prize. Cozy reads with winter now here and dark nights in. That just sounded really cozy for me to read over the winter. So yeah, I can't wait to start that one. The next one is by Graham Masterton. Now I have got a physical book of his, The Children God Forgot, but this one is Soul Stealer. He's a really, really good author about horror. Let's find the cover for you. Soul Stealer by Graham Masterton. And this book is about, I wonder if it's a body in flames in a tiny public bathroom somewhere outside of West Hollywood. Blue flames flicker around a woman's body. Aspiring movie star Margot is burning alive. The police rule it suicide, but house cleaner Trinity Fox and ex-cop Nemo Frisbee are certain it's something more sinister. They are determined to get the truth, however strange it might be. The investigation leads them to a movie mansion up in the hills of Bel Air and into the inner circle of debauched secret society, where the desire of the Hollywood elite can be indulged away from prying eyes. But why did such a rich man choose to build his mansion over an American Indian burial site? So yeah, I still like horror and that, even out of the, out of October. And it's Graham Masterton, so I've read a few of his books before and I've really enjoyed them, and I've literally flown through them. The next one on my list is a fantasy, because mainly there's a lot of fantasies on here. It's just downloading. Actually, I'm going to put them in a queue because these don't seem to have downloaded properly on my Kindle about this book. It is an epic fantasy adventure, and it has a map inside the front cover, which I love with fantasy because you can refer back to it, especially if they're like travelling about. I do love maps. do love maps in a book. Why can't I get my front cover? Because it's like that. Oh, The Shadow Isle by A.E. Rainey. And this one? This one must have been downloaded because it opened. This is the first book. Because it says book 1. The Shadow Isle, an epic fantasy adventure. Beloved, the goddess of war, born to fight and destined to rule, Jael Furik has everything to lose when an ancient enemy crawls out of the shadows, hungry for vengeance. The powerful Furiks have ruled the kingdom of Brecca for 800 years, and through a terrifying vision of prize and death leaves fear in the end, needing answers. She journeys to Tura, seeking the counsel of a dreamer godmother, only to find it is a fortress in flames and her grandmother gone. No one knows what happened to her. Through Tura's attacks have left behind a trail of blood and dead dreamers, a chilling echo of what she's seen in the rest of the kingdom. Is it me, or is it just me, or everyone else? When I do read fantasy, I always find the names really hard to pronounce to start with, so if they don't sound right, I do apologise, and obviously as I get to read these books, you know, I will find the proper way to, say them. But I do struggle with that in all fantasy books, to be fair. Most fantasy books, that's the dog pushing you to the side with his butt. The next one I have is Son of Anger. Whoops. Son of Anger by Donovan Cook. Now, I am looking for a really good book, standalone or series, to do with Vikings. I don't know why. I just really have the urge to read a book about Vikings, and I think this is actually one I found on Kindle Unlimited. So I thought I'd download it and give it a try. Norse warriors, gods and all things epic, this tale of vengeance is nothing short of exciting. Ulf is like a storm, slowly building up its power. He grows more dangerous with each passing moment, and like all storms, he will eventually break. When he does, he will destroy everything in his path. Ulf is one of a long line of famous Norse warriors. His ancestor Tyr was no ordinary man, but the Norse god of war, Ulf, however, knows nothing about being a warrior. Everything changes when a stranger arrives on Ulf's small farm in Vixenfjord. The only family he's ever known are slaughtered, and the one's reminder of his father is stolen, Ulf's father's sword. Ulf's destiny is decided. Are the gods punishing him? All Ulf knows is that he has to avenge his family. So, yeah, that sounded kind of like a Viking book, I think. But we'll see when I come to read it, because I think I might actually read that after my current read, which is Earthlings. The next one is, I've seen it around a lot on social media. It's a duology. I think it's a duology, but we'll see, because every time I think it's a duology another one comes out. But it's The Dark Window by Rachel Gilling. It's a fantasy. And let's have a look what it's about. One Dark Window, about this book. The gothic and spellbinding fantasy romance. Now, I'm not really a big fan of romancery, but I've heard loads of good reviews about different romancy books, so we will see. Thick fog, shifting alliances and clever magic make the perfect backdrop for a sweeping romance. One Dark Window is enthralling from beginning to shocking end. An ancient spirit is trapped inside Elspeth Spindle's head. She calls him the Nightmare. He protects her. He keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets a mysterious highwayman on the forest road, she is thrust into a world of shadow and deception. Together they embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of the blunder of the dark magic infecting it. As the stakes heighten and their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him. My tea. That sounds actually really, really good. Now I've read it again. The synopsis. That could actually, it's going to be a toss-up between Son of Anger and The Dark Window for November. When the Moon Hatched is another book. I really like the physical book because it is so thick, but I thought I'm going to get it on Kindle Unlimited because sometimes I get them on there, and then if I read and get 50 pages in and really don't like it, I haven't wasted any money. So if I do end up enjoying it, I will be buying a physical copy. Let us find the cover. Again, another map. We're loving the maps. We do love a map. Cover. When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. And this is another fantasy book. I've got quite a few fantasy books because I find it really cosy to read fantasy books in winter and just really cosy. With dragons doomed, lovers and magic, this will be a huge stylist, an absolute a wild ride that thrills as much as it's enhanced. Instant classic. Oh, that's from the Sunday Times, best-selling author, The Hurricane Wars. As an assassin for the rebellion, Ray Reeves' job is to complete other orders and never get caught when a rival bounty hunter shatters her world. Reeve finds herself captured by the Guild of Nobles, a group of powerful fae. Crushed by the loss of the great love, dragon rider Khan took the head of the king and donated his melted crown. Now on the tireless quest to quell the never-ebbing ache in his chest, a cure lures him into the capital's high-security prison where he stumbles upon the imprisoned Rave. Together they seek the truth that threatened to unravel everything they knew about their world and each other. Yeah, I'm 50-50 on this. I've heard a lot of hype about it, especially when you scroll through TikTok. There's always these books that are always there on you. But it's about dragons, and I love reading about dragons as well. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to give it a go. Download it on Kindle. If I get 50 pages in like I do and I don't like it, I DNF it, or I could put it on hold. That way I haven't wasted any money. So that's the best thing about Kindle Unlimited. It's free. Well, you pay each month. What else do we have on here? We have, oh, this cute little one. The Witch of Tin Mountain's still there. I read that in the summer and absolutely loved it. And I know I'm going to have to delete it off to make room for more. There is 2 more left. Graham Masterson, another Graham Masterson. See, I do love his books. This book. Ugh. A severed head, a grisly series of murders across London, is baffling local authorities. Eyewitnesses describe suspects who are only partially visible. One appears to have no feet, another no head, a fourth is missing his entire right side, a supernatural case. These murders are neither straightforward nor easily explained, which means there are only 2 people to fit the investigation. My 2 favourite characters in the Graham Masterson book is D.S. Jamil Patel and D.S. Jerry Pardo, and they're very much like Mulder and Scully. If you've watched the X-Files back in the 90s, that's who they remind me of. I forgot they were in this book, so I'm really excited. This might have to jump up to the top because I do love these 2, who are used to tracking spirits intent on causing mayhem. A bloody history when 2 children go missing, finding themselves lost in another time period altogether. The investigations lead to the discovery of a violent entity, one who has been killing for much longer than anyone first realised and has no plans to stop. And let's get the front cover. This is, oh, I keep clicking on the wrong button today. Don't know why, but what hides in the cellar? No, but Graham Masterson, move them off. But yeah, it's Patel and Pardo from their series, and they are my favourite series because I absolutely love them too. So yeah, I think, I'm going to get overwhelmed now and not know which one to read. The next book is, I think, is it a manga? Well, graphic novel. Let's have a quick look. There's the cover. It's called Witch Hat Atelier, Book 1. Looks like a graphic novel, but we will have a look. Let's have a look about this book. Oh, there is no. Why is it not working? I think it's still downloading. Why? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's one of their books. Sometimes, you know, you don't have about this book on here, so I don't know what this book is about. I just saw it on Kindle Unlimited, and looked like the cover looked like fun. I have no idea what it's about, so this would be a nice surprise when I do. I think it's still downloading, actually. So yeah, it could take a while. Sometimes it takes a while. It depends on my internet speed, because all my children are on the internet at the moment. So yeah, but yeah, those are the books that are currently on my Kindle. There are definitely 3 that I can't wait to read: The Dark Window, Son of Anger, and What Hides in the Cellar. The Moon, When the Moon is Hatched. There we go. There's 6 of them in my library. So yeah, we'll see how we get on with those. But after I've read my physical copy of The Earthlings, I'll definitely be delving back into my Kindle Unlimited. I used to be against Kindles. Why, may you ask? I don't know. I always preferred to have a physical copy in my hand, and I'm a book sniffer. But when I got divorced and on my own, I saved up and bought a Kindle, and I've never looked back. I really like it because you're taking not just one book with you, you're taking a whole library basically. As long as you've got your charger, you're fine. So yeah, my point of view with my views on a Kindle have definitely changed over the years. I love my Kindle. I've only had this one a couple of years. My old one is up there. This one, and I'll definitely keep using Kindles. I would like multiple e-readers. I don't know why. I just feel like I want to collect them and have them and see which one's the best. And maybe do a video on that, but we'll have to see, because that just sounds crazy, but I'm always open up for crazy ideas. So yeah, they're the books on my Kindle that I would like to read, and I hope to have these in book reviews between the next couple of months, which is only 2 months left of the year. Can you believe that? So yeah, I will see you again for another video very soon. And yeah, keep reading and see you soon.